Just before 4 o'clock, welcome back to the Central Valley Home and Real Estate Program brought to you by CentralValleyTalk.com. We're coming to you live from our Tower District studios. It's been a full hour of guests, information, and needed details about what's happening in the local real estate world and even regionally and across the country. My final guest today on this Thursday is Carlese Laurent and Carlese. Sorry. Good to meet you. How
That
you
happens
doing?
a lot.
Yeah, right. Okay, you are a home loan officer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
You used to have a show here at Central Valley Talk a few years ago.
Yes, definitely. It was called the Carlese Show.
Okay, it was like a variety show.
Yeah,
Nice,
we
very
had
good.
a lot of fun with that.
So have you ever been interviewed before?
Definitely, I've been interviewed, but not as much. I've been on the other side of the mic.
Right, yeah. Well, I'll let you take it from here. Tell us about, what you're doing now and in the home loan world. How long have you been doing it for?
It's been a year as of a week ago.
Oh, wow.
It's been a year.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
So it's been about a year, and it's something that I'm excited about. I'm happy about. I'm glad that I chose this career. The way things happen, that's a story for a different time. But I didn't even know it was a thing, which most people don't know. Mortgage loan officers are a thing. They think when it comes to buying a home, you contact the real estate agent, they handle everything. That's not the case. I wasn't taught like that. I didn't know that until I found out this was a career. So to a lot of people, they think I'm a real estate agent. I'm in that realm, but I'm not a real estate agent. The difference is basically, you know how people go on the internet and they look at like Zillow.com
Right.
and they find a house for $350,000, they like it and they want to go look at it. That's a waste of their time and the real estate agent's time. The reason is they don't know what they're going to get approved for. So you have to go see a mortgage loan officer, aka myself,
First,
before you even deal with a real estate agent.
Uh-huh.
From there, you want to get all your paperwork. We do all the verifications. We pre-approve you for the home, so we give you the money.
Okay.
You need a loan to buy a house.
Yeah.
So we give you a pre-approval. You're approved for $350,000. We send a copy to a real estate agent if you have one on board, or we know a few. Find out which ones fit you best. We give them the offer letter. So when you go look at homes, the homes are in your budget. Because if a home is $400,000, you're approved for $300,000.
You're wasting your time.
Right. So that's what I want people to understand. You want to go see a loan officer first. We handle everything. Give it to the real estate agent. You go look at houses. You put an offer in on the house. If the offer gets accepted, then that's when escrow starts. The ball comes back to us. We go through title. We make sure everything is good. Real estate agent does the negotiation, finds you the place, and works out the details. So
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize
No.
that, and it's like, yeah, what's the point of looking at, and then the buyers get their hopes up, and they're like, their dream is shattered like that. So,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about what it's like being home. I mean, you started right when COVID hit. What's it been like?
Well, it's been, the refinance department has been great because the rates are phenomenal right now. So a lot of people are refinancing. That's keeping us busy. And even so with COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs. So at the start of COVID, it was kind of tough for people to get approved for a loan because what you need is 24 months of work experience.
Uh-huh.
There can be gaps in between, but the gaps can't be any longer than 6 months.
Okay.
If they're longer than 6 months, you have to start over. When you're getting approved for a loan, though, you do have to make sure you're currently working. So there's been people on the cusp of getting approved, and then verification comes back, they've been laid off. So that's been kind of, hectic.
Right.
But for the people who are working, there's a lot of overtime. So they're approved for more. So there's been a lot of refinances. Purchases, they were kind of slow, but they're picking up now. People are getting back higher. Things are moving. It's crazy because people have more money than they've ever had. The problem with that is there's a lot of people who want to buy right now, but I'm pretty sure you've looked at the market. The market is pretty high right now, so there's a lot of competition. A lot of people who are first-time buyers, they're getting outbid. There's a house 15 offers on it. People are coming in with cash offers. People are in second place. So people are starting to get discouraged a lot with homes. So I just tell people to stay in there, keep fighting. You're going to get the home you want and the home you deserve. If it's not your time, it's not your time. But it's a lot of competition right now with the market. So I tell people to continue to stack and save your money. One thing you touched on, though, was when people look at homes that are a little bit more expensive and they can't get it, their feelings get hurt. Because, for example, if someone's looking at a $300,000 home and they get approved for $250,000, they've already made up in their mind the type of home they want. So they want a 4-bedroom. They don't want a 3-bedroom. So instead of them being appreciative, they're kind of bummed about it. So that's why I tell people get approved first and don't go look at Zillow, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. What's the cost to them to go to somebody like you?
Well, there is really no cost involved like that. Well, there's closing costs.
Sure.
Let me put it like that. But
it's not like you know, to walk in your door, it's $100 an hour.
no, there's no consultation or anything like that.
Okay.
When we do a process and we close a loan, there's closing costs you pay, and the closing costs go to loan officers, title company, real estate agents on both sides, and all the titles and fees and things that are involved. That's covered in the loan. That's not, that's a part of everything. But if someone comes to me and we're working for 2 or 3, 4 months and they decide they want to go somewhere else or they're not ready, there's no fee that they have to pay.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's because I think a lot of people are scared.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes it's a lot of time and effort we put into it, not to reap any benefits, but that's part of the game.
That's just
you
the
win
game.
some and you lose some.
Yeah.
So.
Talk a little bit about, do you guys work with people's credit, or is that a separate thing?
That's a separate entity.
Okay.
However, we do have to run your credit to get approved. We're not certified to give credit advice, but we can look at your credit and tell what's hurting it, how it can help. Hey, maybe you should try this, pay this off, because we get a list of collections, things that are owed, debt, and different things like that. So I can look at it and tell them a few things to do to get their credit up and get it to where it needs to be.
With so many people still on unemployment, can they get approved for a house right now, or no?
No, you need 24 months or 2 years of a certain source of income in order to get approved.
Wow.
So, for example, if you've been getting unemployment in 2019 and 2020, you can use that this year. If you've been getting child support 2019, 2020, you can use that this year. If you've been working, so any source of income, you have to have 2 years of that source in order to use it.
I see.
Even
Okay.
overtime. If you got overtime 1 year, you can't use it this year. You need it for 2 consecutive years in order to use it. Because you got to check this out. It's a bank letting you borrow their money.
Yeah.
So if you were a bank, you want to take as least amount of risk as possible. And that's just what it is.
Okay. Talk a little bit about where you're seeing as far as timeline goes.
I know for refinance, it was all the way up to about 3 months. Because it bottlenecked. Everybody wanted to refi. Everybody was interested in refining, so it bottlenecked. Now they're back down to less than a month, right around there.
Oh, good. Okay.
When it comes to a purchase, it's about 30 to 35 days. But that's the toughest part is finding a home and getting an offer accepted. Once that gets accepted, it's about 30 days. Before then, it can take until you find that house.
And of course, right now we've been hearing from real estate agents. There's not a lot of inventory.
Right.
Is that making your job more difficult?
It's making my job more difficult, very much so, because now we're becoming counselors where we have to put the battery in their back, stick it out, stay focused, stay with it. And of course, we can't close any deals if they can't find any homes. There's a lot of investors coming from the Bay Area, LA, with $1.5 million worth of cash, and they're buying 3 and 4 houses with cash. So there's no competition, with somebody trying to get a loan. So that's been the problem we've been having.
We've got about a minute left. Is there anything else that you want to discuss today? Any other helpful information?
Well, stay focused and stay ready. There's a lot of people who've been telling me, hey, I'll get in touch with you when I'm ready and when I'm ready to buy, you should get in touch with me or any other loan officer earlier for this reason. There may be things you need to work on as far as credit, savings, income, things like that. So if you reach out ahead of time, you can be prepared. Once you're prepared, you're able to buy when you're ready. But if you come to me and say, hey, I have $10,000 saved up, I'm ready, guess what? You need 16. Guess what? Your credit needs to be fixed. So stay ready to strike at all times. And my name is Carlese Laurent. If you need me, I'm here.
Phone number, website.
559-347-4870. That's my personal cell. My email is carlese.laurent@apmortgage.com. So that's my email, and it comes right to my phone and laptop. So anytime.
Perfect.
If you have any questions or any referrals, I'll be happy to help.
All right. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Welcome back to the Tower District
Yeah, it's been a
Studios.
while, but I'm back with a whole
Yep.
different career.
I know, that's great. Well, congratulations. And hopefully 2021 will be better for all of us.
Hopefully, yes,
Fingers
because
crossed.
2020 was something else, but
I
we're
know.
still alive, so hey.
Still alive, yeah, exactly. And
Definitely.
yeah, the ones that we're the ones of us that are still here. So
Right.
we thank God for that. Good to meet you. Thanks
Nice
again.
to meet you as well.
Hey, that does it for our Central Valley Home and Real Estate program on this Thursday, the 18th of February. Austin Reed signing off. Have a great weekend. Central Valley Talk will be back live with new interviews on Saturday, this coming Saturday, starting at noon. In the meantime, enjoy your evening, stay safe, and take care.